content. Are you as an actor as well seeing this shift in the way consumers are, approaching the media industry as a whole?
No, absolutely. And it starts from my house. My father is really hooked onto the digital space. He's got every single app possible downloaded on his television, and he's so up to date with content. So that's where I sort of do my research, that if my father's so glued on, my mom's, looking into it. In fact, I have friends whose nannies are logged on to all these applications. So I feel like this is the future. Everybody expects great content, great creative content, specifically when you think of digital series. And I think that shift has very successfully happened. And I remember this talk happening about 3 years back with some industry people that I was having a chat with, and it was such a big stress point for them. That whether the shift is going to be accepted, will it not be accepted? Will films take a hit? But I feel like television, digital, and films have successfully found a very great way to sort of coexist. And they all know their space. So when you make a content for the digital platform, you know exactly how to sort of approach it. And I think makers are doing a great job at it. I was a part of one of them, and I truly had a great time.
Okay, and you're very multi-talented as well, Karan. I understand that you pick up paints, you're trying your hand at art as well, something like charcoal sketching. Is that something that you look at very closely? Has the pandemic or the lockdown cultivated this talent of yours?
I think the lockdown, the one talent it's really cultivated is doing jhadu pocha, because I've gotten really good at it. I hated making my bed, but I think now it's become such an incessant need to kind of make my bed when I get out of my room. But yeah, as far as sketching is concerned, it is something that I picked on much earlier, and just randomly, one of my friends, she sent me a whole like a sketch kit. So I just started doing it, and I never thought that I had a flair for it. But now it's extremely therapeutic for me. I love charcoal sketching. I still am not at that point where I can just think from my imagination and go out there and create, because that would be beautiful. Right now I'm still looking at other people's sketches and trying to give it my own twist and make it my own. So I've been doing that. And yeah, I successfully managed to auction one of my sketches, so which was a very humbling feeling, and which was, it just felt really nice, that somebody would really go out there and buy something that I've done. So that somewhere validated my my hobby and my desire to sketch. So it was a really good feeling. In fact, I'm on my way to auction my second sketch. So I'm enjoying it. I'm slow with it, but yeah, I've picked on to it.
It has been difficult though, Karan, for a lot of actors who have established themselves on television to break into films. What has your experience been like, and what are some of the projects that we can look forward to?
Well, absolutely. I think for actors from television, it's been extremely tough. I mean, not just actors, I think even makers from television who wanted to break out and do bigger things, it's been really tough. But fortunately, for the digital platform kicking in, somewhere it's really opened a lot of doors, and it's made that that transition a little more smoother. But it is tough. Even in times of today, I still have to battle the fact that I'm from television. I never understand why, because I truly believe that it's a director's medium. You're probably as good as your director is. So I think every actor, if given the right platform and the right director, you can always tap into immense potential. But I'm not a hater. I love the idea of working hard. I love the idea of having a passion and pursuing it. So that's what I've been doing ever since now. Especially because I'm not from the industry in any which way. So yeah, it's been a fun journey. I won't complain. As far as my projects to come is concerned, yes, there is a lineup of 2 things that I'm doing. Unfortunately, can't really make an announcement just as yet because given the current circumstances, we don't really know for what platform are we really making it. So is why we're a little hush-hush about it. But yes, definitely in good times, I would like to talk about it.
And finally, Karan, your advice for young aspiring actors. It's a very glamorous world, but there's not only rose petals along the way. It is also very difficult. There's a lot of competition and can be fairly challenging.
Well, I want to tell everybody who wants to pursue acting or anything to do with films, definitely go out there and do it. I think it's one of the best jobs possible. I love the fact that I'm here. I'm a business student. That's what I did. But somewhere, I just went with the drive of my passion, and I'd like to say that it paid off well, very unpompously. But I feel like hard work really kind of allows you to live your dreams. So if this is a dream, this is what you really want to do, if this is what you really want to pursue, you should definitely go out there and do it. And it is extremely tough. I won't lie about it. It's not the rose petals that Avanne mentions. It's extremely hard. It takes a lot of courage to constantly keep pushing back the inertia that comes your way. So if you believe in yourself, if you believe that this is what you want to do, I'm somebody who always propagates to follow your passion and to follow your heart. So definitely go out there and do it. Put your best foot forward. And, one thing that I always say to myself, that I learn the most from my failures, never from my successes. So even if you do fail at something, there's always a learning in it. So enjoy that learning, and just make the most of life and enjoy yourself.
All right, and I'm sure that's exactly what a lot of people will do after heeding to your advice, Karan. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. Thanks so much for taking time out.
Likewise, Aman. Take care.